I get those goosebumps every time.
Welcome guys, it's Project Xavier. I hope you guys are having an awesome day and welcome to the channel. Today I want to give a spawn breakdown on St. Pedro hardpoint. I want to give a spawn breakdown because I know a lot of people are so confused of where the enemy might be coming from and how to set up and everything like that. You know how many times I actually searched online on YouTube to get the answer and was never just specified to me. I could never, you really had to go dig, and most of the time I didn't get what I wanted, so I took it upon myself to actually go search and or do study. And this is what it's quite interesting what I found. So if you watch to the end, I will tell you exactly why I feel knowing the spawns can improve your gameplay and why it will improve your team's chances of winning if you're playing competitive or casually. So let's get into the game or into the video. Okay, so P1, it's pretty straightforward. One team spawning hotel cafe side, and the blue circles are spawning flower shop side. So if you manage to keep that spawns, this is where your team will probably spawn. For P1, if you see the bigger gears or the bigger circles is the most frequent spawns I got during my studies. The other circles is where you possibly might spawn. Yes, some are closer, some are further, but these are the spawns I got. And yeah, let's go to P2. Okay, going into P2, you'll find that if the white gears kept spawn from P1 going into P2, they probably spawn next to pool hall, with the blue gears spawning right in front of restaurant or next to riverside by the pillars. Going into P2, and the bigger gears, as I said, is the most frequent spawns I got on P2. I'll still explain to you guys how I did my studies at the end of the video. And yeah, let's go to P3. Alright, P3. So P3 is the one thing that, like, you'll see that the blue circles have the most consistent spawn. Like I did so many research, like there's just one odd circle you'll see at the bottom there by the tracks from blue side that was like a very, very odd spawn you get sometimes. But besides that, you basically just spawn where those two big gears or blue circles are. But it's so easy to get spawn trap on this P3, and P3 is on bottom hazmat for these that didn't know. The other team will probably spawn line statue. You get those small circles that are very odd spawns, but you get them sometimes. But the most frequent spawns I got was by B-Dom. And yeah, this is the first hardpoint that really was weird spawns for me. And I know the spawns in this game is a bit not what we want it to be, but this is what I got, just to give you guys more of an idea where the team might come from, your enemy team might come from. Okay, so now we're going to P4. Say the teams kept their relative spawns. This is just my theory or my studies that I did. So you'll see going into pool hall P4, the majority of blue does spawn shipping area, but you do get spawns right there in front of blue and restaurant, as well as line statue. Where at the white gears or white circle side, you'll get the majority is coming from the hotel cafe side. That's the regular spawns I got going into P4. But this is actually the first hardpoint where you actually both teams have the same spawn location. Not saying they're spawning next to each other. There's just sometimes where blue might spawn right there next to blue, where white is spawning riverside, which is very, very close to each other, which can really sometimes, when you do call out to your team, I'm spawning here, can be confusing because why is this guy here, you know what I'm saying? So this is very, like, it's just the first hardpoint going into St. Pedro that I found weird, because the spawns are some overlaps each other, meaning they spawn on, there is possibly the same location of spawn going into P4 pool hall. Alright, so going into P5, basically the bigger circles is the most frequent spawns I got for both sides. The small circles is like the really rare spawns you get, but you do spawn there sometimes. You'd like to see the bottom gear all the way there by pool hole. You get that weird spawn sometimes, I saw. So P5, it is basically bottom restaurant for these that didn't know. So that is why I sometimes, if you're the white gears, you have that maybe an AR sitting either ambulance side or maybe top restaurant, just looking tracks. As well as, you know, the team spawn there. That's why call outs are so important from where you spawn, so important for your team. You know how to set up in which way to look, basically. So this is the spawns I got for P5. This is pretty straightforward. I think the most weird spawns I got was basically pool hole side, but yeah, P5 is pretty straightforward, not too confusing, but I hope this helps you guys. Right guys, so that's all the 5 hard points for St. Pedro. I hope you guys find it helpful. Please feel free to go screenshot the video, send it to your teams. I mean, at the end of the day, the goal for me was to help other teams really to improve their gameplay and stuff they might not have known, or you guys probably might have known this, you know, but this is also for people who might not have really known about the spawns. I know a lot of teams that don't really know about the spawns. They just play, you know, and being that small technical stuff can really change your game and how your team performs. So yeah, so basically I just want to say how I did this study was, yes, it's going to sound funny, but you can do it yourself. It's really easy. What you do is you just put bots against each other, go Godcaster, and just see where the spawn. Yes, you might get different spawns than me, but this is the most frequent spawns. I basically took 5 bot matches and recorded them, and basically just took that data and basically put this together. But as well, I went to go watch some scrims on a variety of games and see where the people spawn. Let me know if you guys want more of these videos. I really enjoy doing this and helping people to improve their gameplay and helping teams. This to me is such a pleasure doing this, and yeah, and the reason why I say this before I forget, the reason why I say this improves your gameplay is the fact that you know where the team's coming from, you know what to expect. And yes, it might probably not help your gunfight, but I mean, it gives you that bit of an advantage knowing where the team is coming from, and help your team set up for that hill and keep more time on the hill, which could make you win or lose the game. So at the end of the day, I'm just doing this video to help people that might not have known this that well to do what they can. But thanks for watching the video. If you guys are new, please subscribe, hit that like button, and let me know, please, if there's other maps or anything else you want me to do.